a tip of the day for you to do with stepping today. How to step in your Tai Chi forms, or in anything really, in any kind of martial forms type stuff, whether it be fast or slow. But also the importance of why you shouldn't do it like this in the beginning. That's the main part of the tip. So if we take a normal Tai Chi step, for example, like say here, see what my waist did then. From this position, in order to take a step, as with everything in any internal system, everything must come from here. So when we step, we don't just move the thigh. You see, that's just moving my leg. I always move the center. See? So exaggerating that, it's like I turn to the right, which throws the heel up, and then back to the left, which honks the foot down. So we apply this as we're doing our movements. Of course, that same movement powers what's happening in the hands as well. So we get these little micro internal strikes happening, which cut off any sharp edges and lead us into perfect flow and harmonization of the whole body in the form. So that's how we step. You always turn from the center. The Bagua walking is done the same way. Every time I step through, I pull the hip in to bring the foot in, and then open the hip out. See, everything's coming from here all the time, every single step that we practice. But why shouldn't we do that when we're beginners? Why you should not tell a beginner to do that? And it's because of this. Leaning over when we step. Beginners will always have this inherent error. They won't have the stability, the strength yet to hold a vertical position as they take their step. You see? They'll always go a little tilt. And what this does, of course, is it totally breaks all the structural principles of the form. So, if we tell the beginner to remain completely like a tree, like a post, as they step, they can focus on that core stability before worrying about what's actually coming from the movement side of things. So it's structure before movement. It might seem quite easy to think, okay, just turn your waist and turn your waist. It's not that difficult to do. But the problem is, if you tell a beginner to stay totally still in their center, then if their center moves like now it is moving, see I'm tilting, I'll notice that tilt. I've noticed that my head has moved as I've tried to step because I wasn't fully grounded. If, however, I'm moving my center like this, I'm much less likely, see this would be correct, but if I'm moving my center, I'm much less likely to notice that I might be leaning because my head's already moving, my center is moving. So I'm less likely to notice an incorrect movement. I can confuse the correct movement with an incorrect movement. So this is why beginners in their Tai Chi form are taught to take a step up as soon as the toe comes off the ground, complete stillness of the rest of the body, then progress forward into the next move. Same thing on your second step. Come into the movement with center movement, but as you step up, total posting tree exercise, place the heel, and then we start incorporating the waist again into the next movements. So that's your tip of the day. Step from your center, move your legs from your center, just like everything else that we do. But if you're a beginner, or you're a teacher teaching other beginners, really make sure that they get their balance and structure right first before trying to get all this center line movement happening. Otherwise, they'll tend to lean over, lean forward, and just be generally out of structure. So that is your tip of the day from... where are we? Slima in Malta. Just coming into spring now, so we're getting ready for starting some swimming. Thanks very much.